Hello and welcome to a super extra special episode of the DCHL Outsider podcast here. We are joined by the man, the myth, the legend. Introduce yourself, sir.
What's up, everybody? It's Shay over here, down here in hot Dallas.
K Shay. Hot Dallas is now officially hot because Kevin Shay's in the house.
That's right.
So how you doing, Kev, man? What's up?
I've been all right. It's not too bad down here. We have a new hockey league, so there's that. That's taken up most of my hobby time. But other than that, just really been chilling. Just lots of alone time to reflect, and it's been great.
Okay. Have you reflected at all on DCHL or hockey in general?
Oh yeah, I tune into you guys every Sunday. As soon as I get up, usually around 3 p.m., the first thing I do is put on the DCHL live stream and I follow you guys. And sometimes I'm the only one watching, but only on the live stream though. I know people watch it later.
Yeah,
So I do
a lot of people
look
like to
forward
go back and watch their games, but go ahead, baby. What you got?
Yeah, that's just something I didn't do religiously because I had to play on Sundays normally. So now that I'm up here and I miss y'all, it's like I gotta tune in. It's kind of like I'm still with the league.
Oh, exactly. So for those, I would say for those who aren't too familiar with Kevin Shay, I'd say it's a rough life. First off, but so when you were in DCHL leagues, let's get a quick little timeline of you joining the league, teams you've been on, highlights, low light. Oh, stick to the highlights.
Okay, well hey, let me silence my phone. It might be coming through there. So I actually can go quite far back to the 5 years ago when I started playing. I can actually pinpoint the time that I began playing with you, Mr. Joe Shea, on an X team. But I'll take you back to the first day. My parents came with me. I was nervous. I bought the cheapest gear I could find because, in case it didn't work out, I wasn't out too much. So I got some street goalie set. And I came in, and I think I got lucky. I only faced about 10 shots, so the damage wasn't too bad. We tied 1-1. That was with IPA. So the only original members from that team that are still on IPA are Heath and Allison Rapp. And now I'm not so sure if Heath's still there because I know he moved. Don't quote me on that.
He's still
Anyway,
around. He's
yeah,
he's got kid duty. He does his thing.
yeah. So fast forward a little bit to Wednesday nights, right when the league began. It was the RHL, I believe, not the
Okay.
MDHL yet. And I was subbing for a team called On Frozen Pond. And I remember I gave up like 10 goals one game. But back then I didn't realize that, hey, you can give up a lot of goals and it might not necessarily be your fault.
Yeah,
Like,
you can play a good game and give up 5, 6, 8 goals. I mean, that's what we say in the D2 division nowadays.
yeah. Well, I didn't know any better. So I remember I was a little bit frustrated because now I was facing some shots and I was giving up goals. So I remember talking to Jason Stitcha about some tips at the time and to try to get dialed in. And then it just became from there on out. I don't know what clicked. Something I just fell in love with the position. I was like, this is what I'm going to do. And I started getting better gear. And then I became obsessed. And I started going on YouTube and training by myself and video games. And that's how I kind of improved my game, if you will. And that was a process. I'm still working on things. So yeah, then the X division. I remember we saw you, and I remember you being unassuming. You were a bit thinner at the time. Um,
Are you're saying I'm fat now?
no, you're just you filled out a little bit. You grew into your man muscle. And yeah, I remember. I think you scored 2 goals the first game. We won 4-2, and everybody's like, "Oh, who's that? Who's that? I hope he comes back."
Really? Well, no, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure we lost that first game of X. That was with Jason Maxstein on
Well,
that
you
team.
still scored a couple. Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Jason Maxton was
Yeah, I
on that
remember
team.
I scored on my first shift. Everyone was saying how Jake Berube was so good. I had no idea who this dude was, and I went out there. I scored on my first shift, and I went off, and then I threw up.
Yeah, that's pretty common for anybody who hasn't played ball hockey before.
So yeah, that happened. Wow. So yeah, so you've played IPA, you did X Division. So what were the last teams you were on?
So when I officially retired from the DCHL, I moved on to I got demoted to the the AAA league, if you will.
I mean, yeah, you're in the farm squad now. It's what happens. Your
Yeah,
plate was
exactly.
slipping.
So,
What are we gonna do?
just a bit of a slump. So they moved me out to Dallas. No, that was my own choice. I was on the Lizards on Sundays. That was my D1 team, and I think they were doing quite well when I left. I think as of
Yes.
late, they're on a 2-game slide, or maybe the 1-game slide, a tie. I was on Youngbloods, and I think we were also having our best season in history, and I had to leave in the middle of that, which was no fun for me. And then on Wednesday nights, I was on Lords of the Rink, who've actually been on for over 3 years now. Oh, goodness. Sorry, that's my phone again.
Blowing up his phone. So while you take care of that, I'm gonna do a quick little recap of some of the teams Kevin's on right now. Lizards, he's correct. Having a good season right now. They're currently situated third place. They're gonna stay third place right now. It would require something crazy for them to jump and catch puck buddies at second. If they score, the goal differential would come down to Youngbloods currently first in D2. Lords of the Rink locked up first in MDHL D1. Green Monkeys, a little bit struggling though. A little struggle on the Green Monkeys. They can't close games out. That's the problem.
Hey, now that I'm not on Green Monkeys.
Were you on Green Monkeys at some point? No, it was Boyd. You only played D1. Oh no, you played Wu-Tang.
I was on Wu-Tang for a season.
You played Wu, and then they disappeared. That's right.
Yeah, I had to dip out for the championship game.
Yeah.
That was a good squad. It was a shame, everybody had to do doctor stuff, and they just kind of dissolved.
I know. Really, a lot of cool people there, and I mean that's the problem now. It's like when you're so dedicated to school and education and knocking all that stuff out. I mean, there's going to be some hiccups here and there. You can't find Wednesday nights free or Sundays free or this night. You're really a slave to your schedule.
Yeah, I've never had those problems. But yeah, no, I could imagine these guys are a lot more studious than I. So that definitely takes priority.
Okay, so that's a quick little Kevin Shay recap here. So you've been in Texas for what, a month and a half, 2 months?
Yeah, it's been about a month and a half. It'll be 2 months the 5th of August.
Okay, so all right. That being said, that quick little catch up. So you've been playing in a league out there. What's the big differences between the league you're in now and in DCHL? I mean, I'm guessing you said it's more of like a newer startup league, so it's going to be a bit little less organized.
It is. It's not really. There's no woman minimum. In fact, we only have, I think, one girl that plays, and she's very good. So it's mostly a men's league.
Okay.
Right now, that being said, it's not. I mean, it doesn't have to be. Like, women are welcome to play. Just that's kind of been the.
It's a gender-neutral league. Yeah,
exactly.
It's gonna be hard to sell some hockey in Texas right now. But I mean, you get some players in the league, and it snowballs. And I mean, it's a good way to do it.
Well, ice hockey is real big in the Dallas area, the DFW, and
okay. the DFW.
Yeah, it covers a very large area. I think somebody told me if you were to drive around what the locals consider the DFW, it would take you about 15 hours. So that's just going around the perimeter of the area.
That's a metropolis right there, ever growing.
It is.
So let's go back. What is your favorite DCHL/MDHL moment?
Ooh, moment. So, I know what it would be, but it never happened. So, I actually never won a D1 championship. It's that's like the one thing. Now I did win it on Wednesday nights, but like the very coveted D1 championship in DCHL, that would probably take precedence. But it just never happened. I mean, I made it a couple times, I think, with Redcoats. I think twice.
Yes.
Other than that, let's see. Favorite moment. Like it's got to be just like the championship wins. Like I love winning. I
Oh,
know say it's not all
I
about.
thought you liked losing, man. I don't know.
Yeah, like having a good game's fun, but there's just sometimes when you play a game and you just feel really good afterwards, and you're like, you know what, that was a lot of fun, and everybody around you, both teams are coming up, they're like, yeah, that was fun. Like we had fun. It was a fun game. Like those are the moments that I really enjoyed. I can't pinpoint it. Like yeah, the several championships with Lords of the Rink were really fun. Um, it and even like IPA. Of course, when we won Beach Bash um,
DC
with,
Venom.
with Venom, yeah, I mean that can't be topped. But I don't know if that's really a DCHL moment.
Yeah, I mean it involved DCHL player. I mean I understand there's a differentiation there, but that was a great moment for the league, great moment for you.
I kid you not, that could have written a movie on its own. I mean that story with we had 3 empty net goals with our goalie pulled, and to come back and win games. I mean we were just down and out, and just not predicted to win it. Didn't have a winning record in the past, and we somehow pulled it off. I mean it was crazy. I mean that's probably the best, without a doubt, the best championship I've ever been a part of in my life, and that's including sports up through college.
Okay. So that was a big deal for you right there. You got a most valuable goalie as well, I believe.
Whatever.
I mean,
It's all popularity
individual
contest.
achievements only matter when you lose, right?
Yeah, I still have the trophies. I actually brought them up with me, and I remember like showing my mom. She's like, "Oh, don't be one of those guys." But I'm proud of them, and I wouldn't have had those unless if it weren't for my teammates. So it's kind of like having the team up with me. Like if your defense doesn't show up, you're not gonna get that award.
Yeah. That's very true. No, you should be one of those people. It's good to remember, the awesome moments and, all the cool things you did and the people you were with along the way. So
Exactly.
that's good. So, all right, I'm gonna do shameless plug time right now, Kev.
Okay, let's do it.
Um, so I'm gonna say I'm probably the luckiest guy in the world right now because I got Kevin Shay on video chat, video Skype.
I
He,
thought
he
I was
hooked
the
me up with the
luckiest guy
video
in the
Skype.
world.
Oh, geez. I mean, you're pretty lucky, but I mean, just being around you is awesome. So,
Well, hearing
all
your
right,
voice.
I see guitar in the background. Do you have you play music?
I do. I'm actually in a band down here. I joined them on Craigslist before I came down. Um,
Before you came down.
yeah. I was prepared. I didn't want to be friendless when I got here, so I had to make friends the old-fashioned way online.
Meeting up with strangers you met on the internet, huh?
Exactly.
So, you want to tell us about the band and where to find you and all that stuff?
Sure. We're called Never Cease. We are what do you call it? A metalcore band, I'd say. So that's a genre of death metal, and it's a little bit lighter than what my band Beheading the Prophets was up north. But we got some recordings out. We'll be posting soon. We got merch, and right now I'm doing vocals for them. That might change in the future. Become vocals and some guitar work too. You can find us on Facebook. I think we're just facebook.com/nevercease. I can go find that right now. We'll be posting more information. I mean, the metal scene down here is just
So,
phenomenal.
facebook.com/nevercease. It pulls up some Russian dude.
Never Cease Metal Band. And you know what? I am Russian, so is it me? No.
It is Never Cease Metal Band. Yes, there you are. There they are. Okay, yes. But if you search for just Never Cease, you're gonna get some random Russian dude looking right back at you.
Okay, don't do that one. That's a trap.
So, all right, man. I know we talking about this and that. We're going rapid fire on this stuff. We're just gonna go
Okay.
fire off questions here. Give me the first thing that comes in your head.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right. What is the food that you miss the most moving from
Food I
DC
miss
to
the
Texas?
most is the Szechuan food from Szechuan Jin River on Rockville Pike. The Szechuan food just hasn't been as good down here, or not as good as that. That place is phenomenal.
Okay. Have you ever had the McDonald's Moulin Szechuan sauce? Have you heard
I
of it?
have, I have not. I actually haven't even had McDonald's in about 2 or 3 years. But
Okay.
I have, yeah, man. I'm actually a big Rick and Morty guy.
Okay,
So
that's what I was going for.
yeah. No, I have heard of it, and I know it has existed, and I looked it up after the episode, and I can confirm that it is there. But and they brought it back too for a little while.
Yes, they have. When was the last time you shaved?
Ooh, yesterday. I mean, I trim it up every day. I hit it with the buzzer. I try to at least.
Okay. Um, when was the last time You called your mother.
I called her yesterday. She did not answer.
Ooh, she's got that social life, man. She's sending you to voicemail.
Yeah, she did text me back today though, thankfully. So she hasn't given up on me quite yet.
What is the coolest thing you've seen or done so far in the great state of Texas?
The coolest thing I've seen or done so far. Okay, so my bandmate, he's actually got this like really cool house gig from his house, and we built a stage right in his driveway. So he's got this like farmhouse venue, and it's awesome. Like we had a taco truck come, we had a bouncy house, like a bouncy castle, moon bounces, and that's really fun just having that to go to. I mean, there's free shows every week there, for me at least.
Okay. Do you do bounce house first or tacos first?
Oh man, tacos first because I can't resist tacos.
Seems like you're playing with fire there, Kev.
Yeah, I didn't think that one through, but you get kind of used to it after a while. But man, the smell of tacos, and the taco truck's slightly in front of the bounce house, so I had to hit that first, and then it was right to the bounce house.
What's the best food you've had down there so far? I talk a lot about food.
Oh, easy. So there's a place called Taco Hut in a gas station, and they have a torta sandwich. It's a Mexican torta. I get it with steak. You can get it with whatever. It's the best Mexican food ever. It's cheap. I get a full gigantic sandwich and fries for $6, and it's open 24 hours. By far the best sandwich I've ever had in my life.
If you could right now play on any one DCHL team that you've never played on, what would it be?
That's an excellent question. Any division. That I've never played on. The thing is, for a while, until we've really expanded, I think I played on just about every single team when I was subbing for. Because back in the day, I was subbing for teams on rec and in the pro division, which were pretty much the only two divisions. And I was moving around. I've been on like at least 10 teams, rostered on 10 teams.
Really?
What would that be? I'm a big like Derek O'Halloran fan. I don't know why.
Many of us are.
Anything with him, like I got a secret man crush on him. He doesn't know about it. I hope he doesn't listen to this. That's always a fun time. He's just a genuinely good dude.
Yeah.
And he's scoring a lot now too, which is
he
crazy.
is. I don't know what he was doing beforehand, but in the last year or so, he's been a lot of goals left and right. He's putting up a lot of goals.
Yeah, like if I could go back in the day, like former puck buddies, I know they used to go out with do a lot of team events. Like that's kind of what I like to do.
Okay.
Stuff like that. That being said, I don't know if I'd want to be on former puck buddies because they were so good, and I want a little bit of a challenge.
Okay. That's fair. All right. We're gonna go one final question I ask everyone. What's your favorite candy bar? I gotta do it. Gotta ask.
It's like if I'm going through Halloween candy.
Yes, go Halloween candy.
It's like I go through 3. It's usually Twix, Kit Kats, and lastly, this one's gonna be very controversial to a lot of people. Almond Joy.
Okay, I'm a huge Almond Joy guy.
Me too.
Love it, dude. It's coconut and almond. Like what more can you want?
And it's way better than Mounds. Like it's got that extra something.
And I'm pretty sure Mounds is dark chocolate and Almond Joys are just milk chocolate. I think.
Oh,
I'm not sure. I've never had a Mounds bar. Why would you go Mounds when there's an almond? I mean, again, if you're allergic to almonds, if you're allergic to almonds, I get it. But exactly, you get a free almond. Almonds are awesome. Almond Joy, I hear you, man. I hear you.
It's a no-brainer.
A lot of people hate on the Almond Joys, though, man. I don't know.
That's because they haven't tried them. They haven't given them a chance.
All right. So, quick little random stat here. Derek O'Halloran, just because this is what I'm doing this season for the Stick Magnets. He's got 7 goals and 4 assists in 9 games this season.
That's not a bad clip right there.
That is not bad indeed. So, all right. Do you have any random shout outs you want to give to people?
I will give a shout out to my hometown team, DC Venom.
DC Venom.
I want to give a shout out to the Lizards, the Youngbloods, and Lords of the Rink, who I had to leave prematurely this season.
Specific people here. Come on, Kev. Not 94% of the league.
I mean, like I'm so close with so many people in this league. I don't want to single anybody out.
Oh, just give me a few. You give me a few players.
Uh,
I'll give me the non-obvious ones. Give me the people that you were only like tangentially around that you're like, oh, I missed that person.
like some rando. Like I think I already did that with Derek O'Halloran.
Derek,
Like
that was awesome. I like
I haven't
that,
seen
man.
that guy in a long time.
Yeah.
Hope he's well. Like Bill Nardi was a cool guy. Scott Lynn, I've always, been a fan of. He doesn't say much. We haven't spoken that much, but every time we do, it's a very positive experience. Um, and those are the non-obvious ones, I'd
Scott
say.
Lynn, Bill Nardi. What was the other one?
And these are the people that go under the radar. You guys don't think we notice you, but we do.
There we go. All right, so a couple
Oh,
more questions.
old All Blacks too. Yeah, that was my
Old
team
All
for a few
Blacks.
seasons too. That was a fun team to
Yeah,
play
you were
on.
on the All Blacks.
Very loyal team. I think they're all pretty much
Yes.
still together.
All Blacks are a very loyal team. Um, which player did you like playing with the most, and which player did you like playing against the most?
I remember it's always like a defenseman where I can just trust them with the ball. Whenever they have it, I know I can take a break. So that, I mean, this guy, he played for like 1 or 2 seasons, would be Taylor Mansfeld on Wu-Tang. I mean, he was the best defenseman on Wednesday nights, period, in my opinion. And he didn't even play D1. Like, he played D2 for, 2 seasons?
Mm-hmm.
That man was just a magician with the ball. And he didn't even really play defense, though, but his back checking made up for it. So that guy I was just really comfortable with. Like, he was fun to play with. Um, uh, Least favorite to play against.
No. Most favorite to play against.
Yeah, no. Well, that's
Okay.
to play against, most favorite.
Yes. Yeah, the one you like playing against. One who made you.
Anytime I got to play against like a superstar, like a Jake Berube or like Kramer, like that's always fun. Like you kind of want to step your game up a little bit more. And
Yeah.
I feel like I thrive more in those situations, which the stat sheet might not show, but when it's all them, like you get to make some cool saves and you really get a challenge.
Okay. So when is the next time, if ever, you'll be back in the DC area?
Oh, well, it was gonna be a surprise.
Well, then we'll keep it a surprise then.
It's
Just let me know off air so I know, and then we'll let everyone else know it's a surprise
well,
because I
rumor
can't.
has it there's a chance it might be soon, but there's a lot of what ifs. Like there's it's job dependent and
Yeah.
flight dependent. But don't count me out. I'll be back. I'll be back to check in soon.
All right. Are you playing for Venom at Beach Bash?
It's a possibility.
Okay.
Rumor has it, but
Rumor has it.
like I said, you never know.
All right. You never
We're
know.
gonna try to make anything work. As soon as I get time to come up there, it's gonna happen.
Okay. That's good to know. Good to know.
Now I will give you a little bit of insight on this. I am playing in an Austin tournament down here. Austin's an amazing city, by the way. Anybody that hasn't checked it out yet, highly recommended. There's an Austin ball hockey tournament, and DCHL sending a team down, and they've asked me to play goalie for them. So I will be doing that in November.
Very cool. Very cool. Is that men's or co-ed or?
It's men's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Have to get the updates on that one. We'll tweet it out and all that. So
Yeah. I figured even if I didn't have a team, I'm still gonna make the trip down that weekend just to see everybody. But,
Yeah.
it all worked out. So.
Well, that's good. Do you have any random words of wisdom for a new goalie or someone who's just been playing a season or two? What advice, coming from where where you first started, what would you say to someone new or yourself when you're playing your first couple games? What advice can you give someone like that?
Stretch. Don't sit too far back in your net.
Don't sit too back. Don't sit too far back in here. That's a good one.
Yeah, active hands. Like keep them out in front of you. Definitely, when they're back, that's when you start to get eaten up a little bit. Like don't let the ball come to you. Kind of attack the ball, get that forward momentum going. Just be aggressive and take it one shot at a time.
One shot at a time. I like that. So, all right, Kev, we're gonna give you a little break so you can go get some of that taco or torte or whatever the hell that is.
Oh, good. I wish I
All right,
lived closer.
Any Oh, actually, did you hear about you had to hear about the DCHL, MDHL draft coming up now? First
I
draft.
have been following that, and of course it's right when I leave because that sounds like a lot of fun. I would definitely be a part of that.
Would have been interesting here. Do you have any thoughts on it right now? Any suggestions? There's apparently gonna be 5 teams.
I think it's great. I love the X Division, and I
I
love
was a,
playing
I was
with
a huge X
new
fan.
players.
I was a big fan.
Yeah, it was great playing with different players every season. I mean, I love all my teams, but I think the way that MDHL has been going lately with the was it 3 divisions or 4 divisions
Four
now?
divisions.
And I think, the fact you've got, 4 teams in D1, and that's just kind of how it works out because there's people that want to play multiple times. You got to play D2. You can't really mix that. It didn't work out too well. I mean, we did it, but then you have players that are supposed to be on both teams, and obviously that
Yeah.
can't. So I think this is a great substitute. It breaks the monotony a lot, and it just sounds like fun. It's like drafting is fun. It's like fantasy hockey, and being a part of that.
Yeah, I mean it's not. I mean not only it's even better than fantasy hockey because it's not like you build a hypothetical team and see how the stats go. You build a real team
Yeah,
and you
yeah, it
GM that
matters.
team.
Yeah, and it should be interesting to see, how people choose first. I remember critiquing some of the picks back in the X division too, and I was like, what? Has this person ever drafted anything before? And
You know what we got to do, Kev? If you're free on Friday when the draft's going on, we're gonna have to call you in as an analyst.
yeah, just remember I'm 1 hour behind here, so
One
actually
hour
that's probably working my advantage.
I know. There we go. Let's see if we could do this here. I'll go get you on the phone. We'll put you on speaker. We're streaming it live. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I think we can make it happen.
I was hoping to do like a 4 camera setup where you get like the GMs in one room, commenters in one room, the like one of the big board, and then just try to get just like 4
And
cameras
then
going at once, switching back and forth.
yeah, that'd be really cool actually. I'd
Yeah,
definitely be a part of that.
I think
I could definitely make time for that.
yeah, I think we're gonna try to just do 1 camera for the first time. Make sure we don't mess anything up here. But I think it's gonna be Adam Marcus is gonna be doing it, and I'm hoping they're gonna let me do it because I want to hang out with Adam Marcus and call this draft here.
Awesome. Last question with that. What time is the draft on Friday? Just so everybody knows, and including myself.
Yeah. So Kev, man, how are you doing right now? I'm gonna stall for a minute and look this up because I have no idea.
I'm doing
Uh,
great, man.
you're doing
Let me
great.
go on. What else am I doing? I'm cooking a lot.
You're cooking a lot.
Trying a lot of new foods. Tried some foods I don't like. Tried some foods I do like.
What have you tried that you don't like? And don't say like
So
armadillo or something.
it's very rare. I actually have had armadillo before, and I do prefer those game-eared meats sometimes. But I had pork brains in a hot pot that was prepared the other day, and I'm always very open to it. They don't gross me out or anything, but I am a flavor fiend, and strong flavor's not bad. But these were a bit brainy. They weren't like the creamy lamb brains I had in the past. It was just a little bit off-putting, and the smell was a little off, and I wasn't really having it.
Here's my question: Was the smell worse than the smell of your goalie gear after a back-to-back?
In my opinion, yeah, but I'm a little bit nose blind, so kind of biased.
So the draft will be 7:30 Eastern on Friday.
7:30 Eastern. Man, you got that right away.
Well, Suds did send out an email. I got to check. So
So 6:30 Central. That's actually perfect. I should still be
Six.
awake. I can still go out for
You
the
should
party.
still be awake at 6:30 in the afternoon.
I like to take a nap here and there. It gets hot. The heat takes a lot out of you.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I will be awake.
All right. So that is good to know here. We're gonna I'll make sure to forward you some of the draft stuff along, so you'll have player lists, things like that. And I figure we'll try to touch in after maybe the first and second rounds, get a little. I'm gonna your thoughts on the first couple of round picks, maybe what you would have done differently, where you think you would have fallen in the draft. I'm curious. It'll be interesting here. So I'm gonna let you get going here. We're gonna hopefully speak to you on Friday, and we're gonna get some draft analysis from Kevin Shay.
Well, like the good old days, Joe. It was great talking to you as always, and thanks for having me on.
Oh, I've been trying to do this for a while. I know you're a busy person, and I've got no life, so we had to find a way to make it work.
That sounds good.
All right, man. Thanks for doing this, and we'll hopefully talk to you soon and see you even sooner. Well, we won't see you even sooner, but we'll see you hopefully not soon enough. but hopefully in the very near future.
Sounds good. Take care.
Have a good one, man.
You too. Bye.
So thank you to Kevin Shay for that. Always glad to hear from you, buddy. Glad to keep you in the hearts and minds of the DCHL. But we're going to jump into some action right now here. We've got MDHL, DCHL, we got playoff picture, we got tournament things to talk about. We are overloaded here. So we're going to go first off Monday night game, last Monday, well, 2 Mondays from there. Rogue One-Timers against the Lucky Pucks. Easy game to call here. Rogue One-Timers undefeated, 6-0. Lucky Pucks still trying to figure things out, but easy game to call, except Lucky Pucks figured it out. They get a 4-1 win against the One-Timers here. A goal from Mike, Steve, Lisa, and Patrick here. They were down 1-0 to start. Smith scored for the One-Timers, but 4 unanswered by the Lucky Pucks made it a 4-1 victory here. Looks like a team might have figured out how to stifle the One-Timers here. So the interesting playoff implications right now. At the moment, it is the seeds are pretty much figured out here. It's One-Timers will be first, next DCHL will be fourth. They'll play in the first round. Cluster Pucks, Lucky Pucks, they will be the 2 and 3 seed. Lucky Pucks can jump Cluster Pucks if they win and the Cluster Pucks lose, or in a tie situation, it would be tie situation looks like it would go to the Cluster Pucks. So win for Lucky Pucks, loss for Cluster Pucks, and that's how they'll jump them. But this was a good Rogue One-Timer squad. They had their players, had their stars. So it's interesting to see what the game plan is going to be moving forward against the One-Timers. But that was a big win for the Pucks. It might actually be a great loss for the One-Timers, because if you're going undefeated, there might be some things you're not doing right that you're kind of ignoring just because, hey, everything's working, we're winning, it's fine. And then you fall flat in the playoffs. So this might be a wake-up call for the Rogues, and that's probably a good thing for them. Wednesday action, we had TNT against the Crease Crashers here. The TNT scores first goal, Austin, from Maddie and Nick Mosier. Second goal, Ben Wilson from Austin. Joe Shea's going to score on a breakaway here for the Crashers, but it was 2-1, but this is all TNT. 33-16 in shots. Great game by Eric Tavener. Sub effort for the Crease Crashers here, but no Joe Frew. No way they're going to win here. It was a good game, but TNT really brought it here. Looking good here. Starting to regroup. Going to see what happens for playoffs right here. D1. We'll get to that. Actually, it's going to be D1 is set. It's going to be Lords of the Rink against Barbarians in the first round. TNT Crease Crashers in a rematch here. We will. Yes. So this is D1 and D1 D3 are set. D2's got a lot of action going on here that can definitely change seeds. So does Rex. So D1 and D3 kind of set. We'll see how that goes. But TNT getting a big win there. Big motivational win. A lot of shots. Doing a good job there. Missing Alex. Missing Amit. Found a way to make it work, and that was big. Lords of the Rink Barbarians here. This was a crazy game. Tway's going to score first for Barbarians, but Rachel and Carlos are going to respond for Lords of the Rink, making it 2-1. Kevin Stonecipher is going to score for Barbarians 2-2. Carlos again. Carlos strikes twice here. Carlos is playing hot. We'll get to that later. Carlos scores twice. That's 3-2 Lords of the Rink, but Jake Smith is going to score, assisted by Aubrey playing defense, not net today, and Aubrey Moore. And makes it 3-3. Jake let this one go, and makes it 3-3. Barbarians looking strong here. Are they going to be able to bring it? Are they going to be able to upset the number 1 seed Lords of the Rink? Based on this game, anything is possible. Anything's probable at this point. Net Sticks and Chill Cluster Pucks. Cluster Pucks get goals from Jamie Jacobson, what's the last name? Jamie K. Carlos scored again, and Josh Cook throws an empty netter in there. That's Cluster Pucks looking good right now. Next is Net Sticks and Chill outshot the Cluster Pucks. Good game in net by Ryan Cetri, subbing right there, 23 saves. That might have been the difference right there. Net Sticks and Chill looking like they're developing as a team, but Cluster Pucks get some strong goals and a good goaltender. And are able to stifle the Netsticks and chill. They put them on pause. We got Gwendolyn Black Knights against Islanders. This was a crazy, crazy game here. We had Matt Zekman scores for Islanders, but then we got all Black Knights here. David Altshuler, Matt Kelly, making it 3-1. Second half, Islanders come out strong. They get a goal by Mario, but Eric Taverner tripped up on a breakaway here. We got penalty shot. We know the love of the penalty shot here in DCHL. This was Brian Zweig for the Islanders coming up huge. Big save, Robin Eric. I can't remember the last time a penalty shot was scored. We got to be like 0 for the last 10, 0 for the last 12. We're gonna get some real stats on this and let you know. I believe we were 0 for 9 last season, and very few penalty shots called this season, but 0 for 1 so far. Matt Kelly is going to score for Black Knights, though, making it a 4-2 game. But Matt Zekman is going to score on the power play off an illegal icing, and then Matt Zekman is going to score with an extra attacker in the final seconds to make it 4-4 tie right there. So rec 5 teams. Islanders get that win. They're going to secure the first place. Black Knights and Black Knights and Puck Mafia are set in the 2 and 3 seeds, respectively. 0 pucks given, and the Frozen Chosen are going to be playing for 4th and 5th right now, so this will be interesting on their part. But good, strong game. Islanders defense really doing a good job right there. Black Knights unable to hold on to the lead. They get 2 goals from David, 2 goals from Matt Kelly, though. Strong games left and right. This playoff picture is going to be shaping up. Playoffs are going to be awesome. I think there's so much parity on Wednesdays that we're going to see a lot of just awesome games. I feel like very few games are going to be better than like a 60-40, maybe a 70-30 at worst. I mean, it'll be really good. So I'm kind of excited for that. Speaking of Puck Mafia and the Frozen Chosen here, Mafia is going to get a goal from Austin Keach, but Frozen Chosen respond by Lou with a goal to tie it up at 1-1. But Chris Zupa is going to score, making it 2-1, and Brett's going to get an empty netter. 3-1 Puck Mafia. That is all we have for Wednesdays. We're going to jump into Sundays right now. We have the Sharks against the Slashing Pumpkins here. Sharks get goals from Anthony Amato ×2 and Chris Vasilius, a.k.a. Shaggy, and that's going to be a 3-1 game there. Adam Healy's going to score the lone goal for the Pumpkins. We're going to break up the DCHL's got another week as well, for many teams here, so playoff picture is going to be a little hazy because there's a lot more games, a lot more teams, a lot more moving parts, but that's okay. Lucky Sevens, Midnight Riders here. Midnight Riders going to get a goal from Sam, but Sharon's going to respond for the Sevens, assisted by Matt and Kim to make it 1-1. Nothing too crazy here, but Shaggy played net, 25 saves in the tie. Roderick, 33 saves in the tie for the Riders. Solid game for both teams right now. I can't predict rec right now. Gwendolyn Nightmare, we'll get to them in a moment. Gwendolyn Nightmare playing the Sin Bin here. This was a battle for first place. The Nightmare going to score first. Matt Kelly unassisted, but then Dawn is going to respond for Sin Bin, making it 1-1, and it's going to stay 1-1. Sin Bin, this is a game, it's 1-1, but Sin Bin outshot him 37-22. Sin Bin really brought it. Ryan Cetri in net for Nightmare, 36 saves. Ryan's playing some really strong hockey right now. So Nightmare is going to get the first seed. Sin Bin is at best, they're going to get second. They can be jumped by the Sharks and the Midnight Riders, so they can fall as low as fourth in this. One game is 1 point right now separates second from fourth right now. So this will be interesting. Next week's really going to make a big difference. Stick Magnets Crazy 8s. We're going to jump into some D4 action. We have Derek O'Halloran's going to score, making it 1-0. Shout outs to Derek. Kevin Shay giving him some props. So that is pretty cool right there. Kevin Shay giving Derek some love, saying he scores a bunch of goals, and he scored last Sunday. Tom's going to respond for Crazy 8s, making it 1-1. But Andrew Grant is going to come up big to make it 2-1. Huge goal there, and that's going to be all she wrote, folks. 2-1 Stick Magnets here. The D4 division is split in two, but the win for the Stick Magnets will give them first place in the DCHL Atlantic Division, and I believe that will put them second overall with that win over the Crazy 8. So yeah, that win might have flipped the other way. So that's Stick Magnets 2-1
with the win, second place. Penalty box heroes against All Blacks here. Let's take something to wake us up here. We need some caffeine because this is a 0-0 game. It's very exciting, but both goalies played outstanding. John Romps for the penalty box heroes, 27 saves. Michael Silber, 25 for the All Blacks here, 52 shots. None of them went in, and great solid game by all. I don't really have to say, like a 0-0 tie. You can't really say much except the goalies are awesome, which they are. So that game is going to lock the penalty box heroes. Penalty box heroes can get jumped. All Blacks can do some jumping, maybe over the Goonies. I'm pretty sure that it would require a major blowout to mess with goal differentials to make All Blacks the 2 seed. So it looks like it's going to be Arabian Nights, Goonies, All Blacks, then potentially IPA or the penalty box heroes, and then the Stingrays. So we'll see what happens there. Shoutouts to the double shutouts. Shoutouts to the shutouts. Nice. First Ladies Jackie against Flying Hellfish. Hellfish played a really good game here. Sepp, Chad, Michael, and Mihail score, making it 5-1. Becca is going to get the goal for First Ladies in the sub effort here, but the young guns for the Hellfish look really strong, and if they can stay on the same wavelength and stay together, I think they could be a really dominant force in D4. But I could definitely see them moving up and developing as better players as time goes on here. So this is it's been a strange little journey for the Flying Hellfish. Excuse me, a little sleepy right here. I don't know why. I was talking to Kevin Shay and it was so exciting. Can't beat talking to Kevin Shay. But that was a big win for Hellfish right there, and they put themselves in position to potentially jump to potentially third with the way all these tiebreakers can go in the D4 division. So we'll see what happens there. Stingrays Goonies here. We go. Goonies bringing it. Seth is going to score. Start it off. Kenny Alvarado is going to score. Sandra's going to score, making it 2-1. But Casey's going to respond for Goonies, 2-2. Kyle scores for Stingrays. Scotty scores for Stingrays. Shoutouts to Scotty and shoutouts to Christe because they are now engaged. It is Facebook official. So congratulations to them. Congratulations to Maya for the assist. Not as exciting as the engagement, but it was probably an awesome assist. It's a 4-2 Goonies going into the third, but Hillary and Casey are both going to score. Assisted from Seth both times, so Seth's got a goal and 1-2 assists. Strong game on his part. It's going to go 4-4. It's a big game right there. Goonies position themselves to get the number 2 seed overall. With that tie right there is an important come from behind point right there. Every little bit mattered, and that's a difference maker for the Goonies right now. High Rollers, First Ladies, Eleanor. This was a game of the day, I think. Hillary's going to score. Casey's going to score, carrying out the Goonies action right there, playing for First Ladies. 2-0. Dimitri's going to score for High Rollers off. Oh God, I'd be embarrassed if I were the goalie who let that one thing, and Dimitri had it behind the net, flipped it up and over. Goalie put it in his own net. Kind of embarrassing. I'm not going to call the goalie out for the poor play, Joe Shea, but yeah, I'd be embarrassed if I were that goalie. That's a rough one to give up. But First Lady is going to respond. Hillary Murphy's going to score, making it 3-1. Chris Zupa on a breakaway makes it 3-2 for High Roll for First Ladies. And Dimitri's going to score with 2 seconds left here with the extra attacker out to tie it up at 3-3. This was a great game here. High Rollers secure first place in the D4 division. And First Ladies are in this weird position where they can potentially jump to third seed depending on how tiebreakers go, how wins losses last week go. So this D4 division's got a lot of teams kind of clustered in there. So you got a couple ahead, couple falling behind, and you've got a lot in the middle. Really trying to sort things out right now. So this last week's gonna be really cool for D4. IPA against the Arabian Nights here. Arabian Nights get this win and they 100% secure first place. Andy Markowitz is going to get a pair. Joe Abbott's going to get a pair. And then we're going to get one from Aaron and one from not Sam Brinker. Sam got, that's not a goal. That's a 2-minute hooking call for Sam Brinker. Sam Brinker getting called for some penalties here. He's got to watch that stick work, Sam. The refs are watching. It's Nick Mosher who gets the other goal right there. So that's going to be a big win for Arabian Nights. Eric Taverner with the shutout. But Arabian Nights looking to set themselves up for another good run in the D3 division. We go Young Bloods Untouchables here. This was a crazy back and forth game. AJ's going to score first for Young Bloods, but then we go Carlos back-to-back goals for Untouchables, making it 2-1 Untouchables. But AJ wants 2 goals as well, so AJ's going to throw his second one in there, 2-2. This is the AJ and Carlos show. Joe's going to score for Untouchables, and Carlos is going to get his hat trick in the second period. Nick Brown for Young Bloods ties it up. No, they don't. Doesn't tie it up. Makes it 4-3. 4-3. And then Mark Mager. Some of you might have forgot Mark Mager, but that's what happens. You travel the world, and defenses let you go every now and then. Mark lets one rip, buries it. That's a huge goal for him. And then Untouchables throw a couple empty netters in there, making it a 7-3 game. So right now, D2 jam-packed. Youngbloods hold on to first place for dear life. Funkmasters and Untouchables both have 1 game in hand. Both with a win can jump the Youngbloods. So Youngbloods can stay first. They can drop to third. They just get to sit back and watch next Sunday. So this D2 division's pretty strong here. Summer's rough. A lot of players missing games, but there's a lot of teams really competitive, and even the teams that have been struggling can really turn it on in the playoffs. Every team is loaded with talent in the star pack, so we'll see what happens there. We had the Goldsteins against the Lizards here. This game actually had a lot riding on it right here. The Goldsteins were ahead 1 point over the Lizards and 1 point over the Puck Buddies before today. So Goldstein's going to respond. Not going to respond. They're going to start off. Ryan Hendrickson with the first goal, subbing Jagerbaum's player, if you know Ryan, subbing in for the Goldsteins. He's going to start off scoring here. Josiah is going to respond from the Lizards, making it 1-1. But Jamie Brennan and then Boris are going to score for Goldsteins, making it 3-1 here. With that win, Goldsteins, they secure first place with 1 game in hand. Doesn't matter what happens in actually, no, it actually does matter. It does matter what happens in the Puck Buddies game later on, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, right now, Goldstein's position himself. They got a game in hand, so they do control their own destiny still. I was very jumbled, to kind of mess that one up. Redcoats, Mercury Rising here. This was a game, a lot of players out of town, a lot of players missing. But the Redcoats going to get a goal from Jamie Brennan, assisted by Austin. And then Mercury Rising is going to get one. Sarav with a breakaway here from Boris, and he's going to bury it, making it 1-1. Jamie Brennan is going to score, assisted by Joe. And then Sarav again, wide open backdoor, buries it 2-2. So 4 goals scored, both by subs, 2 for Sarav, 2 for Jamie. Shoutouts to those sub players. Oh, okay. And I don't normally have beef with people or things like that. So all I'm going to say, I did not get much love for the DCHL tweet for that game. Okay. Normally I let it slide. Some tweets are awesome. Some tweets are, whatever, you do your thing. Okay. I only got 5 likes for this tweet. It was great. I'm going, okay, hashtag subalubadubdub. Okay. This is brilliant on so many levels. Okay. Sarav and Jamie, 2 goals each. They're subbing. Okay. Wubba Lubba Dub Dub is a Rick and Morty catchphrase that Kevin Shay we know likes. He's a Rick and Morty fan. Okay? Wubba Lubba Dub Dub is a Rick and Morty phrase. Subba Lubba Dub Dub. Subs. Dub Dub. Dub is 2 goals. Dub is 2. Both subs had 2 goals. Dub Dub, 2 players, 2 goals. It's perfect. It's brilliant. God, so it's like the one tweet I've done that's like I've actually been proud of. No love. 0 love for this one, man. It's hateful. Hateful. God. That's a good tweet. Good tweet, at least in my mind. I mean, it's probably stupid, but I thought it was cool. So, okay, so last game of the night here. This was. I'm not saying I'm at a loss for words. This is a crazy game. Crazy game here. Puck University versus the Puck Buddies here. Puck Buddies need a win to not control their own destiny, but put themselves in a good position to lock up the 1 seed over the Goldsteins, because Goldsteins are going to have 1 point on them with a game. Puck Buddies with this win can leapfrog them yet again. Puck University going to start off strong though. Sam Shepard from Sean Miller 1-0. But Jake from Felice and Meg Noyes makes it 1-1. Jake again from Meg. Sweet pass from Meg. Finds Jake wide open. Makes it 2-1. But Sean Miller's going to respond. 2-2, excuse me. But Sam Keeler scores, and again, another great pass from Megan Noyes. She gets that ball in the corner. She's threading the needle wide open, these players in front. 3-2 Puck Buddies. This game, first period, Puck Buddies really bringing it here. This game looks like Puck Buddies might start to break away here. But I don't know what happened. I don't know what to say. Joe Frew, I don't know, working his magic here. But we got goals from Sam Shepard, Sean Miller, Sam Shepard, Taylor Stedman, Sam Shepard, and Jake Woolery. We went from 3-2 Puck Buddies to 9-3 Puck University here. And this was just, I don't know what to say. It was crazy. We'll leave it at that. But that win is going to secure Puck University the 5 seed, potentially the 4 seed. If Puck University wins, they get the 4 seed. Not much difference between 4 and 5. They will be playing the Redcoats. Yes. So the positions are locked up here. It will be Goldstein's Puck Buddies, Lizards, Redcoats, Puck U, Mercury Rising. So first round will be Lizards and Mercury Rising, Puck U against Redcoats, and then that should be the first round. Unless I'm making a mistake, it's very possible. So Puck University kind of lying in the weeds the whole season. Players missing games, trying to figure out the team, figure out their identity, doing their thing. But when they got their squad there, they look impressive. John Krause had a great game defensively. Really helped shut down a lot of the breakout from the Puck Buddies. Really stopping breakout passes, stopping centering passes. He had a good game. Just crazy. This was a huge win for Puck U. It definitely has a lot of teams potentially scared at what could happen. So that is the quick, not so quick recap of D1, D2. I don't know why I said D1. That was stupid. Of MDHL and DCHL. That's what I was trying to say. So beyond that, we're talking draft. Okay, we got draft league coming up. The actual draft is going to be exciting here. We don't know what's going on. We got, 69 players? Maybe more signed up right now. I think it's 69. So we'll see what's going to happen right now. A lot of players signed up. It's going to be really cool. I hope that we can stream it and it goes well. Adam Marcus is going to be doing the commentary. I hope to join him because Adam Marcus is awesome. And I always have a good time when I stream with Adam. So hopefully he's still free. Hopefully I can do it and all that. But it's going to be interesting. I believe there's going to be a mock draft done on Wednesday during the MDHL, and we're going to put it up and just kind of see where things fall and see what happens. Hopefully people are doing their own mock drafts and and get hyped about this. A lot of talent in this team. It's actually loaded with talent. This could be one of the coolest things the league does. It's loaded with a lot of skilled players. I am not a draft expert. I am not a draft specialist. Maybe I am. I don't know. I like to think I'm good at it, but I'm probably not. My general thought with the draft is if you want to draft the best team, if you want to really get a one up on the other teams, you're not going to really do it in your first 4 or 5 picks. There's so much talent all over the place. I mean, who you draft and in the order really makes a difference. But I've seen there's a couple players sign up for the draft. They might go a little under the radar. The captains, the drafters, they might not know all the players, so they might miss out on a player or two. So it'll be interesting here. I'm curious to see where some of these people fall. So if you're draft hyping it, let us know if you got if you're doing a draft party, if you got a mock draft. Let us know what you got going on because it'll be really cool. Yes, I'm excited to see where this is gonna go. This is loaded with talent, like loaded with talent. I was playing around with doing my own little mock simulations here, and I got into like the 5th round, 6th round, and I was looking. I was like, oh my god! Like there are so many players that are so good that are going to be drafted in these later rounds. It's insane. I am in awe of. Yeah, I mean this is a very deep pool. This will be really fun. I think it'll be really exciting. I don't know, but yeah. Hopefully it'll be live streamed 7:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 Central for those of you in the Central Time Zone. And if you want to jump in on the stream and give your comments in chat, who you'd take first overall, or things like that, or who do you think's the best available pick, or your super sleeper, or something like that. Get involved. I think the actual draft is going to be really cool. So I don't know. I think everything's cool, but hopefully it's great, and hopefully people have fun, and we'll go from there. So thank you for listening. Thanks to Kevin for doing the podcast finally. We're trying to get him going, but he's got a busy schedule. So thank you, and we will see you hopefully Friday for the draft. Oh, one final thing. As always, I'm bad with goodbyes, so it's always one more thing. There's 1 week left in the regular season for MDHL and DCHL. We have, for the last 2 seasons, we have streamed every playoff game. We want to continue doing this. We also want to continue doing We want to start doing stats for playoffs. Okay. So with that being said, we're gonna need people to help stream. We need people to score and all that stuff. If you're interested in streaming, try it out. Worst case scenario, you tried and you didn't like it, but I mean, everyone who tries it seems to love it. People, after the first 30 seconds, really get calm and get absorbed into it and have a good time. So if you're interested in streaming or doing a color with someone else who might be more experienced, let us know, and we'll get you on there and get you trying it out. It's awesome. Claude's really cool. Stitch will help you out. Eric Tavener's done a bunch in the past. Adam Marcus, Jess. Let's try to get as many people as we can doing it, because other people's perspectives are cool, and it's really fun. So here's another chance for you to be part of the DCHL community in a more active sense. So if you're interested, let us know, and have a great day.